Good afternoon and welcome to the live player draft for the Fly 2026, the world's first and we think best National Sixes Lacrosse League. I'm Mikhail Boré.
And I'm Emily King. We're both sports journalism students from the University of Lancashire in Preston. Now, the Fly is simple, 4 men's teams and 4 women's teams featuring some of the best players in the world. They'll be showcasing the Olympic version of the sport that will be televised in just 2 years' time at the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics.
At the Fly, they'll be battling out across 2 weekends that culminate in a men's and women's champion being named. This year's tournament takes place on May 16th and 17th at Stockport Lacrosse Club in Greater Manchester and on May 30th and 31st at Blackheath Rugby Club in South East London, the scene of last year's incredible opening weekend.
So before we start, let's start with a short film to inspire us about what's ahead.
What does it feel like to fly? Dancing just above the clouds, soaring high, adrenaline hums in your chest and beats like a drum. That sweet storm of nerves before the moment comes. It's not fear, but focus, completely wired, fiercely inspired. You close your eyes and you feel it. A collective breath ready to go toe to toe because you're never alone in the air. Your flock surrounds you shoulder to shoulder, always there. You feel the chants in your ears and beneath your feet, fans roaring with every heartbeat. Because this is the Fly, not just a name but a calling, an Olympic flame, a path lit towards LA28's light, carved together in day and night. And as you land on the pitch, all eyes on the clock, one final breath, then the whistle sings, the ground becomes sky, and you remember exactly what it feels like to fly.
We're joined here today by a coach representative from each team. But before we head into the draft, we've got Jason Naylor from the Fly on the sofa with us. What are your thoughts ahead of this 2026 draft, Jason?
I mean, ultimately, it's set to be the biggest and the best draft that we've had since the competition started in 2021. We've got players in the available player pool from 26 countries across the world. So from that perspective, it's one of the most well-attended in terms of amount of countries, and it's really that first chance today for the coaches to put together a squad that can compete at the competition in May.
Thank you. More from Jason as we go through the draft. Now to the business of today and the Fly's 2026 draft. Over the course of the next hour or so, we'll be finding out the final makeup of the 8 teams competing in the 6th edition of this competition. Unlike in previous years, no players have been selected so far, and each team's coaching duo will be required to select a total of 12 players during the draft. Afterwards, they'll also select 3 reserves each. This year, we've got 4 teams: Swift, Forge, Hustle and Rise. There are 188 players from all over the world in the available player pool from which the coaches will make their selections. Each player in the pool has been given a number, and when the coach picks their draft selections, they will read out both the player's number and name.
Coaches this year just have one stipulation when it comes to selecting players, and that is to draft at least one player from a European country that isn't England, Scotland or Wales. The rest is up to them.
The order of the picks for this year is as follows. The team who finished in 4th place at the Fly last year will receive the first pick, then 3rd place, 2nd place and finally 1st. The next round of selections will then run in the reverse order, starting with the team who finished 1st in 2025.
We'll be alternating between the men's and women's draft, one round at a time, starting with the men's first picks, then the women's first picks, and so on. The sequence will continue until all selections have been made in each of the competitions.
Well, let's not delay any further. Let's start the Fly Draft 2026.
We'll begin with the first picks in the men's competition, starting off with Swift, who finished 4th last year. Their coaches in 2026 are head coach Tom Thayer and assistant coach Alex Harper. Thayer will be making his coaching debut at the Fly this year, whilst Harper returns to the competition that he won with Forge as an assistant coach in 2024. This afternoon we've got Tom Thayer with us. So Tom, for Swift men, who have you chosen as your first pick?
Yeah, Swift takes William Baxter, goalkeeper.
Thanks Tom. So, Swift men have chosen William Baxter as their first pick. Why have you chosen William Baxter as your first pick?
Yeah, he's a proven top class goalkeeper. He has a tremendous international experience and Sixes experience, and to have a really solid goalkeeper backing up an entire team is can be game changing. And we figure to, lock in a really, really top-class goaltender early on and let us focus on the rest of the positions now.
Thanks, Tom.
The next team to make their first pick is Hustle Men, who finished third in 2025. They're led by head coach Tom Royce, who will be looking to win back-to-back titles with different teams after securing the trophy with Forge last year. He'll be joined by the Fly newcomer Matt Trolley, who is now assistant coach. Tom Royce is here with us today. So who is the first pick for Hustle Men, Tom?
With our first pick, we'll take number 44, Elliot Hurry.
Thanks, Tom. So Hustle Men have chosen Elliot, as their first pick. What's the thinking behind picking him first?
Elliot's someone who can be a real strong kind of backstop for the team, total leader. I've got full confidence in him. No brainer for me to take him first.
Thank you.
The next pick is for Risemen, who narrowly missed out on a first The Fly title in 2025. The head coach is Vince Carver, who returns to Rise after leading them to glory in 2021, and is joined by his assistant James Stansbury, who will make his coaching debut at the Fly in 2026. Vince Carver is with us here today. Who do you select as Risemen's first pick, Vince?
With the first pick and kind of rolling it back to my first year as well, we're going to pick Alex Russell, player number 72.
Thanks, Vince. The first pick for Risemen is Alex Russell. What do you think Alex Russell will add to your team?
I mean, Alex is a proven GB Sixes player and England senior international goal scorer, but also two-way player, so really excited to work with him again.
Thanks for that, Vince.
Our final men's first pick goes to Forge Men, who defeated Rise in the last year's final to claim back-to-back titles. They're led in 2026 by head coach Nathan Hunt, another newcomer to the competition, and assistant coach Jacob Lynch, who helped Forge to the 2025 title as assistant. Nathan Hunt joins us today. So who's the first pick for Forge Men?
Yeah, we'll take Nick DiCaprio, player number 20.
Thanks, Nathan. So the first pick for Forge is Nathan DiCaprio. Why have you picked him first?
We think that Nick is the best defender in the entire draft pool, and we want to build off of a strong defensive foundation. Plus, we hear he's an amazing leader, and he can contribute on the offensive end as well. So a really great person to build our team around.
Thank you.
Now we'll move on to the first picks for the women's competition, and we begin with Swift Women, who finished 4th last year. Swift are led by head coach Hannah Hunt, who joins the Fly for the first time. Her assistant coach is Albert Lee Whitehead, who makes his coaching debut at the competition after 5 years as a player. We're joined by Hannah Hunt from Swift today. Hannah, for Swift Women, who is your first pick?
We are excited to pick number 49, Minty Loxton.
Thanks, Hannah. The first pick for Swift Women. Minty. Sorry about that. Minty. Why have you chosen Minty as your first pick?
Yes, we feel like her fly and world accomplishments speak for themselves. Her hustle and ability to finish inside are something that we want on our team, and we're excited to have her.
Thanks for that, Hannah.
Next up is Rise Women, guided by head coach Gavin Donaldson. He returns to the Fly for a 5th time after leading Forge to victory in 2024, and he's joined by assistant coach Rob Arneson, who will coach at the competition for the first time this year. Gavin Donaldson is here from the Rise coaching team. So Gavin, for Rise Women, who's your first pick at the Fly 2026?
Okay, so Rise going to take number 19, Emily Chandler.
Thank you. So the first pick for Rise is Emily Chandler. What's the thinking behind this first pick?
I think goaltender is the most important position in Fly Sixes. I've worked with them before. She's a good leader, solid goaltender, but also can push that transition which we sorely need in lacrosse.
Perfect, thank you.
Selecting third, it's Hustle Women to make their first pick, led by head coach Brian E. Minetti, who makes a step up to head coach for the first time after a couple of years as an assistant. The assistant coach is the Fly newbie but England legend and most capped player Lucy Lynch. We're joined by Brian E. Minetti from Hustle. Who is your first pick?
So my first pick is it will be Livy Shellikens. She is... Oh, sorry, I've gone a bit ahead of myself.
Thanks, Brian. The first pick for Hustle Women is Livy Shellikens. What do you think Livy will add to your team?
She is a really strong keeper. Goalkeeper is such a key position in the Fly, so I'm really excited to have her on board. She's a great communicator, which is key for a really strong defensive unit. So very excited to have her as our first pick.
Thanks for that, Brian.
And our final first pick is by reigning champions in the women's competition, Forge. They're on the hunt for an unprecedented 5th consecutive title in 2026, and their coaching team is appointed for this year is Kate Nelson-Lee, who finished 3rd with Rise last year, and assistant coach and the Fly debutant Lucy Halliday. Kate is here with us today, so who is your first pick?
Our first pick for the Forge is player number 70, Anna Saunter.
Thanks, Kate. So the first pick for Forge Women is Anna Saunter. And why have you chosen her as your first pick?
Both Lucy and I feel that Saunter is a two-way player. She really embodies what we want from a Forge player. She was my captain last year, and we know that she's going to take us to new heights as we retain our title.
Brilliant, thank you.
That's the first pick for the men and women completed. Jason, we're off and running. Any thoughts on them first picks?
Well, as a lot of the coaches have mentioned, there's no real surprise that a lot of them have gone for goalkeepers, goaltenders, as it is a really key position in six-a-side lacrosse, in sixes lacrosse. You really need that strong base that you can then go forward with and add more players to. So, yeah, that's no real surprise.
Thanks, Jason. Let's move on to the second round, where we're reversing the picking order. Start with Forge Men. Forge Men, please name your second pick.
We're happy to pick player number 35, Thomas Graham.
Second pick for Forge Men is Thomas Graham. What are the reasons behind picking Thomas?
We think that Thomas is maybe the best international representative in the field. Plus, he's a proven performer on the international stage, proven performer in the Fly, and we're really excited to have him.
Thank you for that, Nathan.
Next to make their second round pick is Rise Men. Rise Men, who is your second pick?
With our second round pick, we'd like to select Ryan Huns, player number 43.
So the second pick for Rise Men is Ryan Huns. Why have you chosen him as your second pick?
Ryan's a proven goal scorer. I think we know Six is an up and down game, so we're gonna try and score as many as we can.
Thank you, Vince.
For the Rise Men, it's Hustle Men. Hustle Men, please name your second pick.
With our second pick, we'll take number 84, Drew Wilkinson.
The second pick for Hustle Men is Drew Wilkinson. How will Drew Wilkinson help your team at the Fly this year?
I think Drew's someone who's built for sixes. He was MVP of the tournament last year, and I'm very pleased that he's still available with this pick.
Thanks for that, Tom.
And our final second pick for the men's team is for Swift Men. Swift Men, who are you going for your second pick?
Yes, we'll take player number 7, Drew Bickerton.
So the second pick for Swift Men is Drew Bickerton. And what will he bring to Swift this year?
Well, he's a proven veteran on the international stage. He brings solid experience and explosive offensive power. So we're looking for a very methodical and effective player, and he's going to do that for us.
Great, thank you.
Next up, it's the second pick for the women's team. Start with Forge Women. Forge Women, please name your second pick.
Our second player pick is Sarah Butler, number 17.
Second pick for Forge Women is Sarah Butler. What's the thinking behind this pick?
Sarah represents New Zealand. She played for New Zealand at the Hong Kong Sixes. She is coming back off of an injury, and she is raring to go. She's going to be a lead goal scorer for us this season.
Thanks for that, Kate.
Next up, it's Hustle Women. Hustle Women, who are you going for your second draft pick?
So my second is number 33, Chess Gray.
So the second pick for Hustle Women is Jess Gray. Why have you chosen her for your second pick?
She is a real strong leader. She was in my first team in Hustle and has the most phenomenal high IQ when it comes to the game. She's a strong player, great team player, and really excited to be coaching her again this year.
Lovely, thank you.
No.
Now it's to Rise Women's chance to make a second pick. Rise Women, please name your second pick.
For our second pick, we're going to take number 15, Ella Malik.
The second pick for Rise Women is Ella. What are your reasons for picking her?
So Ella's just a proven goal scorer. Last season, I think she scored 8 points for Rise, and we're hoping we can do double that this year.
Perfect, thank you very much.
And the final second pick of the day goes to Swift Women. Swift Women, who is your second pick?
We will go with number 21, Ella Cohen.
Second pick for Swift Women is Ella Cohen. How will Ella help your team at the Fly?
She's a really gritty attacker, and we're going to count on her to hunt down some goals for us.
Thanks for that, Hannah.
Now it's time for round 3, with the picking order being reversed once again. First up, it's Swift Men. Swift Men, who are you going for your third pick?
We'll take player number 60, Hugo Peel.
So the third pick for Swift Men is Hugo Peel. And why have you decided to pick him?
Dynamic, awesome lefty. Not much else to explain there.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Now it's time for Hustle Men to pick their third pick. Hustle Men, please name your third pick.
We'll take number 9, Tom Bracegirdle.
Third pick for Hustle Men is Tom Bracegirdle. What will Tom add to your team?
Great leader, impacts the game, both sides of the pitch, and he's a lefty, so great pick for us. Happy with that.
Thanks for that, Tom.
After Hustle Men, it's Rise Men's turn. Rise Men, who is your third pick?
With our third pick, we'd like to pick player number 52, Ed Loveland.
The third pick for Rise Men is Ed Loveland. Any reason behind this pick?
Ed's international, but also a great two-way player. So really excited to have him on our team.
Great, thank you.
Our final men's third pick goes to Forge Men. Forge Men, please name your third pick.
We'd like to take player number 46, Tommy Kirkland.
Third pick for Forge Men is Tommy Kirkland. Why have you chosen Tom as your third pick?
We think that Tommy is a great leader, has a ton of experience on the international stage, and it'll help us build off our strong defensive backbone that we've got going.
Thanks for that, Nathan.
Let's move over to the third pick in the women's competition, and we'll start with Swift Women. Swift Women, who is your third pick?
We're going to pick number 31, Katie Glenn.
The third pick for Swift Women is Katie Glynn. Any reasons behind this pick?
Yeah, we are excited to bring her international experience, both in Germany and in the US, to our team, and she's an all-star goalie that we're lucky to have.
Great, thank you.
Next, it's Rise Women's turn to pick. Rise Women, please name your third pick.
So we would like to take number 86, Julie Wise.
The third pick for Rise Women is Julie Rise. What's the thinking behind picking Julie?
I think she'll work really well with Ella. Again, just a proven in this format, and she's exactly the kind of player that we want playing for Team Rise.
Thanks for that.
Next up, Hustle Women get their third pick. Hustle Women, who are you going for?
So we are going for number 57, Freya Moody.
The third pick for Hustle Women is Freya Moody. And why have you picked her?
She is an extremely determined player. She's a really strong two-way player, which is really valuable. And we're Hustle. She's going to bring great hustle to the team. So hopefully we'll live up to our name.
That's great. Thank you.
And the final women's pick is by Forge Women. Forge Women, please name your third pick.
For position, we are going for number 56, Izzy Middleton.
The third pick for Forge Women is Izzy Middleton. What will Izzy add to your team?
Izzy is a great up-and-coming young goalkeeper. She's just been named to the GB program, and we're really excited to see her use her athleticism in our Sixes team.
Thanks for that, Kate. So you're watching the 2026 draft for the Fly tournament, produced and presented by sports journalism students from the University of Lancashire in Preston. We're going to go over to Leo Downs in the newsroom with some thoughts on the first drafts.
Yes, thanks Mick, and I'm here with Sean Whiteday, who joins us from the media team at the Fly. Sean, what are your thoughts on the draft so far? Who's looking strongest on the men's side?
Yeah, so touching on the men's side, first off, you've got to go in with Swift Men. As expected, they had first pick and they took Will Baxter, goalkeeper. That was probably the obvious number one pick, and they've got a really strong base to work with. That Tom then complemented with two really strong young attackers, so obviously they're looking in a good position right now. Also just touch on the complete flip side, obviously Vince, having the third choice pick, basically went, right, we're going to go the opposite way, and he's gone absolutely gun on picking best attacking players. He's taken Alex Russell and Ryan Huns, the two highest point scorers in the history of the Fly, both in the GB team. That's absolute, going the opposite way of, rather than picking strong on defence, he's gone, right, we're going to go the other way, build that attack and try and make the other team stop them. Again, interestingly, with Forge having that last pick of, whilst they've not put in a goalkeeper, they've actually built a outfield team starting from the back. So players like Nick DiCaprio, Tommy Kirkland, they are really strong defensive players that will make a really great base for them going forward. And then putting in Tom Graham, who is an excellent Aussie midfielder. He was a real star at the Fly last year, and I know that he's sort of really excelling in this game. So the men's is really well balanced on both sides. You've got teams going down that defensive route versus a team going down that attacking route, and it'll be interesting to see how they start to balance out once they get their next picks in.
And looking over to the women's side, is there any team that's caught your eye specifically with how strong they started? Yeah, again, interestingly, first pick, Swift women went down the route of not going for that goalkeeper first pick. However, they've come back round to it on the third pick, and they've still had Katie Glynn free, who is playing for Germany in sixes, but has got a great background over in America, and that's a really great third round pick, coupled with the picks that she did go for in terms of players like Minty Loxton, who is a classic sixes player. She, really excels at the sixes level, GB international, so she's looking really strong. And I also liked what Kate Nelson-Lee did with Forge. She got Anna Sauntering on that first pick, somebody who she's worked with a lot. She had her as a captain last year at Rise, and forming that connection is a really strong base to go off. And then also she went and got herself the goalkeeper third pick, and she's got a really nice young upcoming goalkeeper there in Izzy Middleton. So I think she did well there in those first picks, considering she had last pick. She's come back round and has got a nice a solid base there. Were there any big surprises for you there early on in the draft?
Yeah, so kind of the big surprise was that Swift women on that first pick didn't take a goalkeeper. The name that everyone was looking out for was Emily Chandler. She's the 4-time winner with Forge. She is an incredible sixes player and is somebody that, you would traditionally have thought that would have been the first pick, and Gavin Donaldson has taken her. Someone who's worked at the Fly year on year, maybe, really valued having someone like Emily in goal. And I think whilst we won't be seeing her in a Forge kit anymore, which will look quite surprising, I think that was a really good second pick, and he was probably a little bit surprised that he had that pick available to him, but he went in and got her, and that was a really smart move by them.
Just listening into those coaching discussions after each of the three picks, were there any big statements you really picked up on?
Yeah, definitely through the men's side, said about Forge in starting with a defensive base that wasn't based off the goalkeeper. You often go one of two ways. You go, right, I'm going to either pick the really strong goalkeeper, or I'm going to go out and pick the really strong attack. However, they've gone down that route of that really strong core defensively, but on the field. And those are usually the picks that coaches might leave a bit later on, but maybe he's actually got ahead of the game there, and then the other teams are going to be scrambling a bit to try and find those defensive players that will now match their attackers. So that was a really interesting move, and it'll be interesting to see how he can now work the more attacking players into that team and get that team balanced up for them.
Thanks, Sean. And back now to Michaela and Emily in the studio.
Thanks, Leo. Some interesting thoughts there. So with 3 picks so far, we can look at how the draft looks so far. First of all, the men.
And also a reminder of the women's draft so far. Let's get back into the picks, and now the 4th round pick, starting off with the men's competition and with Forge men. Forge men, who is your 4th pick?
Yeah, we'd like to take number 69, Tom Roper.
The 4th pick for Forge men is Tom Roper. And on to the next pick is with Rise men. Rise men, who are you picking?
We're going to select player number 30, Dan Blisk.
The 4th pick for Rise Men is Don Flisk. Next up is Hustle Men. Hustle Men, please name your 4th pick.
Player number 12, Corey Carver.
4th pick for Hustle Men is Corey Carver. The final 4th pick goes to Swift Men. Swift Men, who is your 4th pick at the Fly?
Player number 65, Will Prescott.
And the 4th pick for Swift Men is Will Prescott. Let's move on to the 4th picks in the women's competition, and this time we'll start with Forge Women. Forge Women, who is your 4th pick?
Our 4th pick is number 25, Zoe Dixon.
The 4th pick for Forge Women is Zoe Dixon. Next it's Hustle Women's turn to pick. Hustle Women, please name your 4th pick.
My next pick is number 63, Alice Ripper.
The 4th pick for Hustle Women is Alice Ripper. Next up it's Rise Women to get their 4th pick. Rise Women, who are you going for?
We'll go with number 5, Charlie Bell.
4th pick for Rise Women is Charlie Bell. And the final women's 4th pick is by Swift Women. Swift Women, please name your 4th pick.
Number 27, Niona Dryden.
The 4th pick for Swift Women is Naomi Dryden.
We'll now move on to our 5th round of picks for the men's team. Up first, it's Swift Men. Swift Men, who is your 5th pick?
Player number 75, Will Shirt.
5th pick for Swift Men is Will Shirt. Next it's Hustle Men. Hustle Men, please name your 5th pick at the Fly 2026.
Player number 34, Mason Gorman.
The 5th pick for Hustle Men is Mason Gorman. After Hustle Men, it's Rise Men. Rise Men, who is your 5th pick?
Player number 61, Josh Phillips.
5th pick for Rise Men is Josh Phillips. And finally, the last 5th pick in the men's competition goes to Forge Men. Forge Men, please name your 5th pick.
We'll take player number 74, George Schoenfeld.
The 5th pick for Forge Men is George Schoenfeld. Let's move on to the 5th round of picks for the women's team. Up first, it's Swift Women. Swift Women, who is your 5th pick?
Number 1, Rachel Ball.
5th pick for Swift Women is Rachel Ball. Next, it's Rise Women. Rise Women, please name your 5th pick at the Fly 2026.
We would like to take number 73, Nina Sherwin.
The 5th pick for Rise Women is Nina Shernin. After them, it's Hustle Women. Who is your 5th pick?
Number 35, Georgie Greenwood.
The 5th pick for Hustle Women is Georgie Greenwood. And finally, the last 5th pick in the women's competition goes to Forge Women. Forge Women, please name your 5th pick.
Our 5th pick is number 69, Kat Roxas.
The 5th pick for Forge Women is Kat Roxas. We're now moving on to our 6th round of the men's picks, starting off with Forge Men. Forge Men, who are you choosing as your 6th pick?
With our 6th pick, we'd like to take player number 64, Jamie Powell.
The 6th pick for Forge Men is Jamie Powell. Next it's Rise Men. Rise Men, please name your 6th pick.
We're going to take player number 21, Tony Diallo.
The 6th pick for Rise Men is Tony Diallo. Now on to Hustle Men. Hustle Men, can you tell us who you're choosing as your 6th pick, please?
We'll take player number 14, Josh Clegg.
The 6th pick for Hustle Men is Josh Clegg. And finally, the last 6th pick, Swift Men. Swift Men, who is your 6th pick?
Looking at Luke Mills Diog. I can't find the number. Let me see what number he is. Is that enough? Or do you guys need the number? Because it's not coming up here.
That player has withdrawn.
Apologies. Yeah. He was removed from the draft. Is that correct? I don't have the latest update. So can I make a correction then?
Yep.
So okay. We'll take player number 6, Ellis Baythorpe.
So the 6th pick for Swift's men is Ellis Baythorpe.
And with that, we're going to have our 6th round of the picks in the women's competition. Up first, Forge Women. Forge Women, who is your 6th pick?
Sorry, just give me a minute. I'm trying to find the number.
Not to worry.
We're going to go for player number 40, Karis Johnson.
The 6th pick for Forge Women is Karis Johnson. Next is Hustle Women. Hustle Women, please name your 6th pick.
Our 6th pick is number 21, Iona Dryden.
The 6th pick for Hustle Women is Iona Dryden. Sorry, Brian, she's already been picked.
Oh, apologies. Sorry, so my next selection will be 77, Gemma Thompson.
The 6th pick for Hustle Women is Gemma Thompson. Now on to Rise Women. Rise Women, can you tell us who your sixth pick is, please?
Yes, can we take number 42, Ellie Jones?
6th pick for Rise Women is Ellie Jones. And finally, on to the last 6th pick. In the women's competition, it goes to Swift Women. Swift Women, who is your 6th pick going to be?
Number 26, Ella Dimbelow.
The 6th pick for Swift Women is Ella Dimbelow. On to the 7th pick in the men's tournament now, beginning with Swift Men. Swift Men, please name your 7th pick.
Number 39, William Hardy.
The 7th pick for Swift Men is William Hardy. Next up, it's Hustle Men. Hustle Men, who is your 7th pick?
Number 78, Zach Spreckley.
The 7th pick for Hustle Men is Zach Spreckley. Now on to Rise Men for their 7th pick. Rise Men, can you please tell us your 7th pick?
Player number 19, Jack Dearden.
The 7th pick for Rise Men is Jack Dearden. And finally, to complete the 7th men's pick, it's Forge Men. Forge Men, who is your 7th pick going to be?
We'll take player number 33, Will Goodwin.
The 7th pick for Forge Men is Will Goodwin. And now the 7th pick for the women's team, and we'll start with Swift Women. Swift Women, please name your 7th pick.
Number 47, Molly Light.
The 7th pick for Swift Women is Molly Light. And next up, it's Rise Women. Rise Women, can you please tell us your 7th pick?
We will take number 8, Amy Bolton.
The 7th pick for Rise Women is Amy Bolton. Now on to Hustle Women for their 7th pick. Hustle Women, can you please tell us your 7th pick?
Our 7th pick is 36, Kai Harper.
7th pick for Hustle Women is Kai Harper. And finally, to complete the 7th women picks, it's down to Forge Women. Forge Women, who is your 7th pick?
Our 7th pick is number 14, Ella Brophy.
The 7th pick for Forge Women is Ella Brophy. Sorry, that has also been picked.
I thought somebody picked Ella Malik.
Sorry, apologies for that. You are correct. Sorry about that. So the 7th pick for Forge Women is Ella Brophy.
We'll now move on to our 8th round of picks for the men's team. Up first, it's Forge Men. Forge Men, who is your 8th pick going to be?
With our next pick, we will take, let's go with number 31, Tom Gilbrook.
The 8th pick for Forge Men is Tom Gilbrook. Now, next it's Rise Men. Rise Men, please name your 8th pick at the Fly 2026.
Player number 47, Brandon Kunnick.
The 8th pick for Rise Men is Brandon Kunnick. And after them, it's Hustle Men. Hustle Men, who is your 8th pick?
I'm going to do my best to pronounce this correctly. I promise to improve as we get to know each other. Player number 58, Grunda Otnes.
The 8th pick for Hustle Men is Grunda Otnes. And finally, the last 8th pick in the men's competition goes to Swift Men. Swift Men, please name your 8th pick.
Player number 41, Jim Hartley.
And the 8th pick for Swift Men is Jim Hartley. Now to the 8th pick in the women's. Up first, it's Forge Women. Forge Women, please can you tell us your 8th pick?
Our 8th pick is number 54, Lucy Myers.
The 8th pick for Forge Women is Lucy Myers. Next is Hustle Women. Please pick your 8th pick.
Our 8th pick is number 6, Sophia Best.
The 8th pick for Hustle Women is Sophia Best, and after them, it's Rise Women. Please can you let us know who your 8th pick is?
Okay, so we would like to take number 84, Hannah Whiteley.
The 8th pick for Rise Women is Hannah Whiteley. And finally, the last 8th pick in the women's competition goes to Swift Women. Swift Women, please reveal your 8th pick.
We would like number 29, Ella Ford.
Then the 8th pick for Swift Women is Ella Ford.
On to the 9th pick in the men's tournament now, beginning with Swift Men. Swift Men, please name your 9th pick.
Player number 53, Spencer Mason.
The 9th pick for Swift Men is Spencer Mason. Next up, Hustle Men. Hustle Men, who is your 9th pick?
Player number 22, George Dewey.
The 9th pick for Hustle Men is George Dury. Now on to Rise Men for the 9th pick. Rise Men, can you please reveal your 9th pick?
Sorry, Tom. Sorry, I did that wrong. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, I think it's a different pick to that. So Hustle will select player 54, James McElhager.
The 9th pick is James McElhager. And finally, to complete the 9th men's pick, it's Forge Men. Forge Men, who is your 9th pick?
We will take player number 71, Tom Rosser.
The 9th pick for Forge Men is Tom Rosser.
And now to the 9th picks for the women's teams, and we're going to start off with Swift Women. Swift Women, please can you tell us your 9th pick?
Yes, we like number 7, Harriet Brooks.
The 9th pick for Swift Men is... Sorry, could you say that again? Sorry about that.
Harriet Brooks.
For women? Yeah, Harriet Brooks.
Thank you, sorry about that. The 9th pick for Swift Women is Harriet Brooks. Next up, Rise Women. Rise Women, who is your 9th pick?
We'll take number 83, Iona Westwood.
And the 9th pick for Rise Women is Iona Westwood. Now on to Hustle Women for their 9th pick. Please can you tell us who your 9th pick will be, Hustle Women?
Our 9th pick will be 37, Cordelia Harpin.
The 9th pick for Hustle Women is Cordelia Harpin. And finally, to complete the 9th women's pick, is for Forge Women. Forge Women, who is your 9th pick?
What I'm trying to keep up.
Our 9th pick is number 41, Phoebe Jones.
And the 9th pick for Forge Women is Phoebe Jones. So you're watching the draft for the Fly Tournament 2026, produced and presented by sports journalism students from the University of Lancashire in Preston. Now with 9 draft picks down and only 3 more to go, we're going to head over and take another break and head back over to Leo in the newsroom.
Thanks, Emily. So I'm joined here by Sean White. Sean, how are you feeling so far after them first 9 draft picks? How's it looking on the men's side?
Yeah, I mean, it's looking really crazy, you know, the kind of the speed at which all the picks are coming in now. I'm impressed again with Forge Men, as we said earlier about they made those defensive picks earlier. I think they've now balanced really well with some more attacking picks. Players like George Schonfeld is a really good pickup, and Will Goodwin, who they both play together at the moment over in America, and they're both really strong picks. And plus, They've also taken Tom Roper and Jamie Powell, who were both in the Forge teams from years gone by, and they've got real Fly experience and Sixes experience. So I'm thinking that they're looking really good. You know, it's really hard to kind of balance up how the teams have done, but I think from them having the last pick first, I think they've done a really smart job there.
And on the women's side, what's your evaluation of the first 9 picks over there?
Yeah, it's been a real, it's been a real mixed bag. Again, looking at that Swift, where they didn't take the goalkeeper early, they've kind of really done well. They've picked a really good young, kind of fast athletic set of players like Ellie Dimbolo, Molly Loy, Ella Ford. They're really young, but they're talented, hungry, and I think they'll be a real good asset for them going forward. And then they have finally made their goalkeeper pick in Harriet Brooks, and she's a really smart goalkeeper as well. Wales international. She's that's kind of a really to be able to pick her up 9th. I think that's really smart, and maybe that tactic of going with some attacking players early has actually paid off for them there.
Looking more broadly now, the Fly obviously showcases the six-a-side version of sport that will be present in the 2028 LA Olympics. How important is that inclusion in the world's biggest multi-sport event? How important is that for the sport of lacrosse going forward?
This is absolutely massive. This is a game changer, simple as, having this level of profile, access, eyes on the sport that we have just simply never had before, and being able to be in the Olympic Games in 2028 is hopefully going to be an absolute platform for this sport to go forward. I think we've just seen with the Winter Olympics, kind of sports that people don't usually have an eye on, have really taken, people have taken them to heart. They're kind of now become sort of national stars. These are people who a few weeks ago people really didn't know. So I think that gives us a real good sighter of what a platform this could be for us. And so I'm just really looking forward to seeing how Sixes goes into that Olympics and the kind of profile and opportunity that will give us going forward. I think is, it's kind of hard for us to imagine right now, but I think once it comes around, it could be a great moment for the sport.
And looking from the players' perspective, how big of a chance is this in terms of their goals and preparations? How big of a chance is this competition for them looking ahead to the 2028 Games?
Yeah, again, this is a massive opportunity. This is the highest standard of Sixes competition that these athletes can play in the UK and for many of the others, kind of around the world. This is a real top level high stakes competition that these players, can get great experience from. We've kind of seen over the years the players that are now stepping up to sort of international level, GB. They are players that grounded themselves at the Fly, and I think it proves that the competition is high level, and particularly we've got European qualifiers coming up in, I think it's in about November, which is going to be a key qualifying event for those teams looking to play at 2028. This should be the perfect experience for those coaches and players to get a real good grounding at this high level before going into those qualifying events. So yeah, this is really the pinnacle of Sixes in this country for this summer is going to be at the Fly, then leading into those qualifiers for LA.
Thanks, Sean. It's been brilliant having you down here to talk to today. And we'll now head back to Emily and Mikhail in the studio for more.
Thanks, Leo. We're now going to move on to our 10th round of men's picks, starting off with Forge Men. Forge Men, who are you choosing as your 10th pick?
With our 10th pick, we'll take player number 79, Oliver Thomason.
10th pick for Forge Men is Oliver Thomason. And next it's Rise Men. Rise Men, please can you let us know your 10th pick?
Player number 77, Josh Simpson-Pink.
The 10th pick for Rise Men is Joshua Simpson-Pink. Now on to Hustle Men. Hustle Men, can you please reveal who your 10th pick is, please?
I'm hoping that he's still available and I've got this right. Player 62, Will Pickett.
And the 10th pick for Hustle Men is Will Pickett. And finally to pick is Swift Men. Swift Men, who is your 10th pick?
Player number 70, Kieran Ross Phillips.
The 10th pick for Swift Men is Kieran Ross Phillips. And with that, we're going to have our 10th round of picks in the women's competition. Up first, Forge Women. Forge Women, who is your 10th pick?
Hold on a minute, I just need to find the number again. We're going to go for number 74, Madeline Spratt.
And the 10th pick for Forge Women is Madeline Spratt. Next up, it's Hustle Women. Hustle Women, please can you name your 10th pick?
10th pick is 36, Anna Green.
10th pick for Hustle Women is Anna Green. Now on to Rise. Sorry about that. Anna has also withdrawn, unfortunately.
Okay. So we will go 45, Sophie Kyodu.
10th pick is Sophie Kodude. Now on to Rise Women. Can you please tell us who your 10th pick is, please?
We would like to take number 78, Phoebe Thornett.
And the 10th pick for Rise Women is Phoebe Thornett. And finally, for the last 10th pick in the women's competition, it goes to Swift Women. Swift Women, please can you let us know your 10th pick?
We'd like number 67, Emily Rossiter.
The 10th pick for Swift Women is Emily Rossiter.
And now we'll head over to the 11th round of picks, starting up with the men's teams. And up first, it's Swift Men. Swift Men, please can you let us know your 11th pick?
Number 66, Billy Rollins.
The 11th pick for Swift Men is Billy Rawlins. Next is Hustle Men. Hustle Men, please reveal your 11th pick at the Fly 2026.
Player 29, Jack Ferdinand.
So the 11th pick for Hustle Men is Jack Ferdinand. And after them, it's Rise Men. Rise Men, who is your 11th pick?
Player 86, James Zhu.
The 11th pick for Rise Men is James Zhu. And the final 11th pick in the men's competition goes to Forge Men. Forge Men, please name your 11th pick.
With our 11th pick, we will take, tough choice. Let's go with player number 11, Andrew Bricko.
And the 11th pick for Forge Men goes to Andrew Brickell. Now let's move on to the 11th round of the women's teams. And up first, it's Swift Women. Swift Women, who is your 11th pick?
Number 32, Liv Gormashal.
The 11th pick for Swift Women is Liv Gomersall. Next, it's Rise Women. Rise Women, please name your 11th pick at the Fly 2026.
We'll take number 61, Chelsea Patrick.
The 11th pick for Rise Women is Chelsea Patrick. And after them, it goes to Hustle Women. Hustle Women, who is your 11th pick?
48, Habby Littlehales.
The 11th pick for Hustle Women is Habby Littlehales. And the final 11th pick in the women's competition goes to Forge Women. Forge Women, please reveal your 11th pick.
Our 11th pick is number 52, Ellie Martin.
And the 11th pick goes to Ellie Martin.
Next, it's our 12th and final round of men's picks, beginning with Forge Men. Forge Men, who is your 12th pick?
With our 12th pick, we'll take player number 10, goalie Andre Bremgartner.
So they're going with Andre Bremgartner. And following them, it's Rise Men. Rise Men, please can you tell us your last pick?
With our last pick, we're going to go goalie Jonathan Sievers, player 76.
The 12th pick for Rise Men is Jonathan Sievers. Hustle Men, can you please reveal your 12th pick?
Player number 2, Noah Arneson.
So the final pick for Hustle Men is Noah Arneson. And the last pick in the men's competition goes to Swift Men. Please can you let us know who your final pick is?
Player number 40, Joe Harris.
The final pick for Swift Men is Joe Harris.
Now on to the 12th and final round of picks in the women's competition. Forge women are up first. Please can you let us know who your 12th pick is?
Our 12th pick is number 22, Soko Coombs-Roberts.
The last pick for Forge Women is Sophie Coombs-Roberts. Next is Hustle Women. Hustle Women, please name your 12th and final pick.
Number 50, Alice Lauharam.
The 12th pick for Hustle Women is Alice Lauharam. And now on to Rise Women. Rise Women, please can you tell us who your final pick is going to be?
We'll go number 88, Zemeng Wu.
The 12th pick for Rise Women is Zemeng Wu. And the final pick in the whole of the draft goes to Swift Women. Swift Women, who is your 12th and final pick?
Number 3, Miranda Bate.
So the final pick for Swift Women goes to Miranda Brake. And that's it. We can all take a breath now.
Yes, there you have it. Our teams have each drafted 12 players and our main squads for the Fly Sixes Lacrosse League 2026 are complete. Like we said earlier, following this live element of the draft, the coaches will each select 3 reserves to take the full roster to 15.
We've got Jason Naylor from Lacrosse England on the sofa with us once again. What a lineup of players we've got this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's way too many to go through individually, but if you just look broadly at all of the teams, there's a really nice mix of experienced players who've played at the Fly before, who've played at that highest level for an international team, on the world stage maybe, or at European level as well. And then there's a lot of younger players, up-and-coming players, who are maybe in those under-20 setups for their international teams. But I think we can all agree that we're set for another massive and really exciting the Fly competition come May.
Well, that brings the conclusion to the Fly Draft 2026, produced and presented by sports journalism students from the University of Lancashire in Preston. You can have another look at those drafts on the Fly's Instagram.
Ticket news for fans will be released very soon, and you can keep up to date with everything to do with the Fly over on the Instagram page as well. But for now, thank you for joining us for the Fly Draft 2026. A little reminder for you that the dates and venues for this year's Fly are Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th of May at Stockport Lacrosse Club in Greater Manchester, and Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 31st of May at Blackheath Rugby Club in South East London. Thank you for joining us for the Fly Draft 2026.
Yes, and a special thanks to Jason for joining us here at the University of Lancashire, and to you all at home. We can look forward to a very good tournament in a few months, so good luck to all the teams and all the players. Goodbye for now.